You have this fight, you have the news, and then you have the coverage of, who you're dating, your personal life, beef with rappers.
I don't even know what you're talking about. If I have to be honest, like, social media is not a real place. People you create stuff all the time, and you kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with you having all these followers and Instagram comes like hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural black women.
But you're saying it's not true.
Is what true?
Is all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true.
I don't have nothing to do with that. I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them.
This is made a story because Pap.
I don't even know nothing about that. I'm
just saying that's why it's being made a story.
I am 29, so how can I know about any of that? Let's just be honest. So this is what I'm saying. When I'm ready to announce who I'm with, I will do that. But till then, everything else is just speculation, and the internet, once again, is not a real place.
Claressa Shields is an unstoppable force in the ring, defeating opponents with her exceptional skill and determination. However, when Massachusetts hip-hop duo Papoose and Remy got involved, the action outside the ring took an unexpected turn and erupted in uproar. Claressa was taken aback by that. The brawl wasn't what anyone had anticipated, and everyone was talking about the chaos that ensued. You will be amazed at what happens next. There was a rumor that Remy, Massachusetts was plotting to undermine Claressa Shields with someone. The story goes that Claressa was so furious over the betrayal that she came to Remy's residence prepared to confront him. However, Papoose dissuaded her by warning her that a fight, particularly over something like this, may harm her reputation and possibly result in the loss of her boxing license. It was a thrilling occasion, and the stakes were high. If it were true that Claressa's drink included prohibited drugs, she could have been disqualified from her big fight against Daniel Perkins and lost all her titles.
Already out here having her little boy toy or whatever fight. He done came out and done said it. It's not a thing of me having an issue with her. My only issue is why you miss my number. It ain't no thing, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. Don't look at me and say, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's how it happens. We would still not be public, or people wouldn't know still right now, because that's not how he does things. That's not how I'm doing things moving forward. Like, for me, I'm just not like that. I'm not fighting over nobody. I'm not fighting over no man.
Even though Claressa Shields was utterly insane, we must go all the way back to the beginning, when a romantic triangle blew up the drama between Claressa Shields and Papoose and Remy, Massachusetts, to completely comprehend why things got so out of control. It wasn't shocking. In the past, Papoose and Remy were the quintessential hip-hop couple, supporting one another through both good and terrible times. However, as the adultery rumors began to circulate, people speculated that Remy might have cheated on Papoose during a trying time in their marriage. When they publicly split up, everyone was even more interested in what had really happened. Occurred behind the scenes, and Claressa Shields then arrived in a straightforward and unassuming manner. When Claressa and Papoose became friends, the drama had just begun. Claressa was merely attempting to support Papoose during the difficult process of breaking up with Remy, but things soon got out of hand, and what had started off as a straightforward friendship descended into complete chaos. Not just among his buddies. There were whispers that Papoose and Claressa were becoming too close, but Remy couldn't take it any longer and took to social media to accuse. Asserting that Claressa made an attempt to split up her family, it was obvious that things would not go well now that the drama was well underway. Remy even went so far as to say that Claressa was trying to snatch Papoose away from her and spreading false information to portray her as disloyal. Even though Claressa thought the charges were insulting and absurd, Remy's loud claims only made matters worse and heightened the rivalry. If you thought it was crazy, it only got worse from there. Then, things took a startling turn when Remy was suspected of elevated everything to a completely new plane. Remy allegedly paid someone to put illegal substances in Clarissa's drink before her altercation with Danielle Perkins. Claressa might have been suspended, disqualified, and stripped of all the trophies she had worked so hard to obtain in a sport that was dominated by men if the test had come up positive. If that were true, Claressa's career could have been destroyed, and it wasn't only petty. Never had the stakes been higher, but what happened? The second incident was much more bizarre. When Claressa learned about the alleged plot from someone close to Remy, she was furious and felt completely duped. Rather than dismissing it, however, Claressa made it clear that she was prepared to take action and would not back down. She drove straight to Remy's apartment since she was ready to confront her and end the matter. Papoose intervened and stopped Claressa just in time, warning her of the consequences if she persisted in her behavior, according to witnesses. He forced her to consider what would happen if she lost her career, her reputation, and all she had worked so hard to earn should circumstances go worse. Papoose realized that winning the fight was not as essential as safeguarding her future. Claressa was prepared to confront her about everything that had transpired since she was tired of the drama and deception. Not just her reputation was on the line, but her entire career. Years of arduous work in the ring and all her hard-won successes were not going to be lost. Different, but the altercation was unexpected. Papoose intervened before things went out of control since he understood exactly what Claressa had in mind. Witnesses claim that Papoose ordered Isa to consider her future after violently separating the two ladies. He reminded her that it wasn't worth giving up everything for a battle after all the effort she had put in to reach the top. Even if Claressa didn't strike anyone, you could sense the mental toll it was taking on her. She felt trapped not just. Remy was prepared to hold Claressa accountable and put an end to all the gossip that was controlling their life now that Papoose was in control. The tension was still strong even though there was no physical altercation. Even though they say it's lonely at the top, Claressa found it to be much more lonely than she had ever imagined. She was more well-known and wealthy than ever, but it came at a price. "How is your family handling all this?" someone asked sadly. Claressa mentioned that she has experienced abandonment from intimate friends and people she grew up with in addition to her family. "In order to help my mother and father pay their bills, I bought 2 cars for them, a car for mama, a car for each of my siblings, a house for my mother, and a car for my sister to take care of her 3 children. People appear to dislike you more the more you do. I go there, attend teacher conferences, sit with the teachers, and so on." The battle was over. Claressa Remy's several daring comebacks thrilled her fans. Remy wasn't going to take it lying down after a series of defensive outbursts in which she said Claressa was the victim of her illogical imagination. After a series of ambiguous posts and tweets, Claressa and Remy's argument quickly became heated. Unreservedly, Claressa criticized Remy for trying to sabotage her job and once accused her of plotting to harm her reputation. Claressa was accused by Remy of using the compassion card. She even asserted that Claressa was twisting the truth to suit her own purposes while disseminating false information in an attempt to harm her reputation and her relationship with Papa. One of the most significant events was when Claressa released a rap video, which men interpreted as a jab at Remy. With its abundance of lyrics and jabs, it appeared as though Claressa was attempting to assert her power and change the course of events. While some fans applauded her for transforming her annoyance into art, others chastised her for continuing the issue rather than letting it go. Catch up, catch up, catch up, I really want to hear you. Take a look at her lack of confidence. Because of her insecurities, everyone keeps listening to an insecure woman who wants to stop being a drug cheater or loser. An insecure lady, if the rumors about Remy, Massachusetts are accurate, then she has gone too far in her attempt to ruin the professional athlete's career by allegedly putting illicit narcotics in their drink. This argument raises significant issues of boundaries and consequences in addition to being a personal drama. It's not just questionable for someone like Claressa Shields, who built her reputation on talent and hard work like this, but it may perhaps be illegal. Because of the accusations, Claressa was being investigated, and any mistake could have put her boxing career in jeopardy. Since this whole situation demonstrates how dangerous it is when personal rivalry develops into professional sabotage, Remy might face harsh legal repercussions if it turns out that she did. But as a professional boxer, Claressa's decision to take on Remy head-on has its own problems. Stance where any physical alteration would be interpreted as a misuse of her authority, potentially putting her and the fighter in legal hot water. Any violent behavior could land her in trouble since society expects athletes to behave in a particular way. It put Claressa in a difficult situation where she had to protect her reputation while being careful not to anger anyone. Some view Papoose, the main character in this romantic triangle, as a mediator attempting to settle the conflict between Claressa and Remy Wild. There is a lot of conjecture, but some believe he is merely stoking the flames. His involvement demonstrates how tumultuous personal relationships can become when well-known persons become embroiled in scandal, especially on social media, where opinions are all over the place, regardless of whether he truly cares about Claressa or whether he is just using her to get revenge on Remy. Reactions to Claressa's decision to challenge Remy have been divided. Some fans are completely supportive of her and commend her for defending her profession and herself. One Twitter user said, "Claressa isn't just a champ in the ring, she's a champ for herself," while others are wondering if it was worth risking her career. Papoose's activity as a Pro 8 has even spurred conversations about personal matters. Many have questioned if his interference was warranted. Fans have praised Papoose for intervening and establishing order, calling him the voice of reason. Regardless of your opinion on Papoose, a popular Instagram post asserts that he took the right steps to prevent things from getting worse. However, not all fans agree. Some question if he is helping Claressa or seeking revenge on Remy for his own benefit, for deceiving a fan who learned about the rumors. Fan fights and bizarre conspiracy theories have been triggered by the whole issue, with some individuals accusing Claressa of stirring up trouble and others supporting Remy. However, Remy fans asserted that Claressa was merely attempting to attract attention by exaggerating the situation. One example that truly grabbed notice was Claressa's rap video, which many saw as a direct jab against Remy. Some admirers applauded her for directing her rage into artistic pursuits, while others denied that she was the actual victim of a planned assault on her career. Regardless of your stance, the video went viral and kept the rivalry fresh in the public's mind, proving that Claressa isn't going to give up easily and that the drama is far from done. Claressa Shields has a lot to consider in the future. The controversy surrounding her career and the harm to her reputation will persist despite her status as a world champion. To save her future, she may need to put aside all of her personal problems and concentrate on her objectives in the ring. She must remember what made her a champion in the first place. Area and prevent being sidetracked. But what about all the fees? Who knows the truth? Remy, Claressa, or both? What would happen if Remy's charges were shown to be untrue? What is Claressa supposed to do next? Her career might be made or broken by the answers to these questions. Should she take Remy to court and confront him directly, or should she back off and let the legal system handle it? This difficult problem has no easy solution. Who do you believe is the play's author? Should Remy or Claressa respond in this manner? Remy is being unjustly held responsible for the predicament. Tell me what you think, please. Leave a comment with your ideas.